Hi, let's talk about what it's like being a chosen one. Um, Chosen ones carry a special calling. People look at us different, uncomfortable at times. To be around a chosen one, sometimes it can be a bit different because most of us are quiet. We don't say much. We're very reserved. We pay attention to everything and we notice everything in our surroundings, everything that's around us. Um, we we will at times try to do things to fit in until we realize we're not meant to fit in. We're not meant to be like everybody else. We can't be like everybody else. It never works for us to be like everybody else. That's just something we can't do. So we have to stay in the gift that was given to us so that we can be able to live out the full purpose of what we are called here to do. Um, we've been set apart, for the purpose that many people won't understand. Because it is a difficult road to walk being a chosen one. We attract certain people, we attract people that, we're either here to help them, for them to either be a listening ear. We're here to develop people, to inspire people. Um, we have people that feel safe around us. You may sometimes have someone say, "Oh my gosh, you're like the angel of protection," when you're around other people. They may feel like you are that protection for them because when you're around a chosen one, you get the favor, you get the mercy, you get that divine protection that comes with a chosen one. So anyone that is around the chosen one will experience that from them. So in the midst of all of that, we don't think that we're better than anyone, but we have been set apart for a purpose that many won't understand. They just won't understand. I don't care how you might ice it up, cake it up. You're just not going to understand the walk of a chosen one, no matter how you look at it. We know the walk that we have, and people will call us crazy, delusional, you know, you name it. We will get called that because of who we are, because we could see far beyond what anyone else can see from other people. We can see a person deep down. We can see things before they happen. We can spot something before you even open your mouth. We already know. We know if a person that we encounter is going to be safe for us, if they are going to be for our highest good. I mean, we're gonna experience that. We're gonna know automatically if where we are is at this point, is this gonna be harmful for us, is this gonna take us down, or and we're only human. We will go through stuff, we will experience things just like everybody else. But with that, it just, a lot of stuff comes with being chosen. A lot of things happen around us. We do witness a lot because we are chosen. People feel safe around us. We've even probably by many people have been told that we're like an angel of protection. when we're around certain people, or just people that we may meet, encounter with on a daily basis, strangers. It's just so many ways where we have been at the right place at the right time, and we have either witnessed something, protected someone from something, protected an event from happening because of the protection and the divine favor and the mercy that comes with us wherever we go. For the people that we meet, we encounter, we run into, that we're with, that, we just have our daily walks with, all of that covering and protection that comes with us. The people that are in our lives get to experience that also. So when people disappear out of our lives, or leave us, or hurt us, or abandon us, mistreat us, once they leave, they experience all that protection, favor, divine everything gone. It's gone. Every possible thing that could happen to a person, they may start to experience all those things because of how they treated or mistreated a divine chosen one. Being chosen, you feel this unexplained aversion, as if something, as if you did something wrong to people. You try to fit in, to feel accepted. People who are around a chosen person, who have no sense of who they are, provoke a reaction of their presence, because they expose who they are. People will create a story about how you are either difficult to be around, difficult to be with. They make up this whole fictitious thing about how the chosen one did this, did that, wasn't this, wasn't that. And all along, some of these people, they just were not prepared to be around you, because they can't handle that light that comes with you. People will fall off on their own. You don't have to do a thing. If you can't handle that light, as they say, if you can't handle the heat, stay out the kitchen. Well, if you can't handle that light of a chosen one, you just evaporate. You are out of here. You just poof, be gone. Because when that light starts to expose that darkness, and that darkness, you didn't want that part to be revealed of who you are. It gets uncomfortable, because that's something that you wanted to hide, and when you want to hide things, you don't want anyone to know what and who you are, because now you have to see a person for who they are. And people walk in disguise. They hide behind a mask. They try to protect this image of whatever, and a chosen one will always reveal whatever mask is behind the dark side, So it's kind of hard to think that you can get over on a chosen one, because you can't. I don't care how you try to, you can't. You cannot get over on a chosen one. It doesn't work like that, So being a chosen one, it's like you carry this invisible force, and in this invisible force, you can't turn it on, you can't turn it off. It is your gift. It is the gift that you have been given. And it's just it's just a gift that you have to live with, you know. So it's a lot of times, you know, just having this gift is really good, you know, but to others it is not so good because they can't hide behind you. They're only going to be exposed every time. So, you know, as a chosen one, you know, you will inspire a lot of people to change. You know, if they're willing to change, they will change because of the light that comes with you and the positivity that you bring around you and the upgrade in how we think as a collective, you know, because we don't think like everybody else. So we will educate you on how we are, whether you think it's weird or not. You know, that's just how we are. But for the ones that do take heed and, you know, feel the sense to, you know, understand us, you know, as one, you know, they do feel like, oh, you know what, maybe I should change this, or maybe I should do this differently, or maybe, you know, but we're never doing anything, or we're never going to say anything to belittle you, to make you feel less than. We only talk to you through growth. You know, we never want to see anyone down. We never want to see anyone hurt, you know, because that's just not how we are as one. You know, we're chosen, and we want to see the best out of people, and sometimes seeing the best in people will hurt us in the end, because we we just have this heart and this love for people. And because we have that heart and love for people, we get taken advantage of, we get run over, you know, we get manipulated, you know, all of those things that 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 come back to hurt us in the end, because of the heart that we have for people, the love that we have on the inside for people. You know, we get the end of the stick that's the worst, you know, because of this heart and this gift that we carry. You know, so being a chosen one is good for me. I love my gift. I love what I can see, what I can dream, what I can hear, what I can not hear. So I walk in this divine gift because it was for me. And I take it and I love it, and I am who I am, and I walk with great honor to be this person, to be this chosen person, to embark on the people that I embark on. Just my everyday walk, meeting new people, talking to people, whether they're here today and gone tomorrow. Every person that has come into my life has come into my life for a reason. For a reason. And that is the honest truth. You know, people will come into our lives for a reason. And we will have our discernment very well. You know, our intuition is magnificent. It's like on point. You know, so I walk in great stride and pride with who I am as a chosen one.